22 years ago, in my middle school English classroom, we were told to ignore the bell. I didn't really think anything of it because our principal at the time had a toupee that he would lose on occasion in the halls. So he would stop the bell so that way nobody saw him without his toupee. And, he had time to go find what he needed to find, and then class would resume. So that's what I thought that day was until we started smelling smoke. Soon enough, there was ash going by the window. We were told to close those. There was a phone call to the classroom, and our teacher did not want to disclose the information that was afforded her. We as a group kind of coaxed it out of her, and she let us know that a plane hit one of the Twin Towers. There was some panic, there was some commotion, everything was quieted. We had lots of discussions about various things, various worries, and then soon enough, people started getting pulled from classrooms. Parents were coming to get their children. When my mom finally came and got me and I stepped outside, there was no color around me. Everything was covered in ash. Everything, and slowly everyone who was standing outside was covered in ash. It rained ash for days. It rained tiny bits of documentation paper for days. I remember getting home. I remember my mom having to go back out and get my brother and bring him home. And this sounds very morbid, trigger warning for anyone who has lost a loved one there. I was very young. My brother was 8 years younger than me. And we went in the backyard, and I remember picking bits of paper out the sky like they were snowflakes. My father was away on business in Boston, and with everything being shut down, he wouldn't come home for several days. And my mom would spend the next several days, and what feels like weeks to me, staring at the news unendingly, in disbelief, in horror, in empathy, in I don't know, but I remember vividly just staring. She was supposed to be in the building that day at a doctor's office underneath the towers. I'm grateful, eternally grateful to whatever source that kept her home. I will say that the unity in New York and amongst everyone that I knew after that day was something that changed my life and will forever have a mark on how I walk throughout this earth. My heart goes out to everyone that was affected by this day, and I just wanted to share my little bit of a story in remembrance, because we remember.